we'll give it like another minute and see if anyone else jumps on.
Sure. No. See, this one don't like. All right, so I'm gonna need to change my screens because it's showing up on the wrong screen.
If you go to, I don't know if you see it, but if you go to.
Oh, no, that's change presenter. I need to get familiar with this. Oh, there we go. Monitor 2. Okay, that's fine. There we go. There you go. Much better.
All right, whenever you're ready, there's a few people on now, but we're recording it, so just present like you normally would.
Cool. Hi guys, my name is Adrian Tomillet. I'm from Expert Trading Programmers, and today we're going to be talking about the platformless trade copier software. This is more geared towards the prop trading industry, or for traders that want to manage other people's accounts. We have a few of those as well. We also have some prop trading firms that use this trade copier to copy their clients. Okay, let's get into it. So what are we going to talk about today? So first of all, we're going to be talking about how to copy one leader to many funded accounts without changing your platform, spread the risk across multiple prop trading firms, hedge rules, outages, and disputes. A lot of prop trading firms have a lot of different rules, and it happens. And so since they have different rules, they can deny a payout for some specific rules, and it's always good to hedge across multiple prop trading firms and not just put all your eggs in the one basket. And also how you can use trade copier templates to mitigate execution and daily limit risks. Okay, so who am I? This is going to be short. I'm Adrian Tomillet from Expert Trading Programmers. I'm the builder of the platformless trade copier, Windows only, local first. This supports, at the moment, the way it is right now, it supports Rhythmic connections, DXFeed connections, NinjaTrader, direct NinjaTrader add-on, but you don't care because you guys use Bookmap. And then it also supports a Tradeovate connection directly into the Tradeovate accounts. So the focus of this trade copier is a reliable multi-account copying plus a per account risk control. So let's just go quickly through the features. We have the ability to have one leader to many follower accounts, and they don't have to be the same prop trading firm, right? So you can have one leader. So for example, if you're trading in Bookmap, but there's some things that don't connect to Bookmap, I don't know what's not connectable to Bookmap. Scott, if you can chime in on that, that would be fantastic. Do you guys not connect to DXFeed, Tradeovate?
Yeah, I mean, I'm using, so the way I got it set up right now, I'm using Rhythmic, Apex. I'm actually, because I've had these accounts for a long time that, that I've been using to track my strategies and trade my strategies. And then I've just recently been funded by one of my buddies. So I'm copying the Apex trades onto a live Rhythmic account, brokerage account. And then I'm also copying trades from the live brokerage account to trading firms brokerage account on Rhythmic as well. I do have Tradeovate. I'm going to set that up eventually for my other, I have some random accounts that I use for the Rhythmic, Apex stuff too. But right now it's just Rhythmic to Rhythmic that I'm using. But one of my accounts is on Bookmap. So one of my strategies is directly on the Bookmap heat map. And then I copy those trades that's a live account, and then I copy those to a trading firm as well. So that's how I'm using it right now.
Nice. So you're using it pretty much to close to its full potential, really, I'm guessing without too many filters where you can filter out by instrument type or multiply the copying or stuff like that. You're just using a straight one-to-one copy, correct?
Yeah, but yeah, if you can go over if that's part of your presentation today, I'm not sure if
Yeah.
that's.
Sorry, I'm just
Yeah,
it's
but definitely because of the, I have higher risk at the trading firm versus what I'm trading for my buddies' accounts. So that's a very interesting feature too, where, again, it does the ratios. If I, depending on the risk, I could put on 5 on one and then 3 on another, and automatically does it, type of thing. So yeah, that's a great feature as well. And then any other features that you think that are really important or set you apart from, because there's a few trading copiers out there. I tried one a while ago. I didn't really like it, but I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to the trade copiers. But if you have any other features that you think are set you apart from these other ones, that would be good to go over too.
Sure. Just FYI, we don't necessarily look at the competition that much. We're trying to listen to the traders.
Right.
That's something very important to us. That's why I like having this sort of stuff as a conversation to see what you're using, and then pop that into the conversation and see the way you're using it and see what you would like to see more on it. But obviously, since you've used it in its basic model form, you don't know essentially all the features yet. So I'm going to go through that today, and then we can go forward from there.
Cool.
All right. So first of all, you can do 1 leader to many follower accounts, and that's in mixed prop trading firms, like Scott just said it himself, and then mixed account sizes. And like Scott said perfectly, his buddy's trading account isn't really as big as the prop trading firm's account. And obviously he can't trade a 1-to-1 because maybe you're trading 10 lots in a prop trading firm account, but then your buddy's account might be blown within 2 seconds if you're trading 10 lots, right? So we also have the ability to connect via Rhythmic, DXV, Trade of 8, and you'd be able to trade from your preferred trading platform. Now, we're going to be adding Project X as well, which is essentially going to cover, I would say, about 90% of all the futures trading, because Apex has this one other platform, I forget the name of it, but that's kind of closed in and they don't really have a very strong API documentation, or at least we haven't found it yet, but we'll find it and we'll add that as well so we can cover 100% of the futures trading. And we also have a native NinjaTrader 8 add-on, but there's not really much point into harping onto this because you guys use Bookmap, so there's not really much point in that. Okay, so first of all, we went local first, and this runs on your local Windows machine, and all the trading settings stay with you, all your account credentials stay with you. They're on your machine, then nothing gets stored on our server. And this is a really big point, because we did this by design, and I'm going to harp on this a little bit later. So prop trading firm landscape. Before we dive in, the prop trading firms have cheap entry. You have access to capital with limited personal risk. When back in the day, when we started coding for the trading industry, which was about 13 years ago, this was before Collective 2. The only way that you could trade is if you had at least $10,000 and you were willing to lose that $10,000 to learn how to trade. Right now with the prop trading firm industry, it's a lot cheaper, and you get the equivalent of tens of thousands of dollars in an account, and you can get the actual afferent payouts, which are just fantastic. The problem with this is, though, we have rules variety. So some prop trading firms have end of day drawdowns, some have intraday drawdowns. There's consistency rules, there's flagging, there's gambling, there's just a whole bunch of stuff that each prop trading firm puts in place to essentially protect themselves against people that are trying to scam them, or to actually find the best traders out of the lot so they can start copying them. Because nothing is a charity case, and everyone needs to make money, obviously, and that's why the evaluations are there, because you need to get evaluated to make sure that you're a good trader so that they can start copying you and start making money from you. So what we do support, and we try to range up as much as possible, and I'm gonna, looks like I'm keep harping on this, we have a lot of platform compatibilities. We have NT8, we have Rhythmic, we have DXFeed, and we can connect through pretty much any trading platform that supports a Rhythmic or Tradeovate connection. So right now with the Tradeovate connection, you can also trade from TradingView. Now, no real futures trader really trades from TradingView because the complexity of the indicators and tools that you guys use, and we know this because we've programmed for this for the past 13 years, is just immense, right? And TradingView just can't handle that sort of complexity, especially on like a bookmap sort of thing. You couldn't duplicate bookmap on a web browser. That would just be too much. And the best thing about prop trading firms is that they do sim account payouts. So before you get moved on to a real trading account, which you don't necessarily have to find yourself on some prop trading firms, you actually get sim payouts from those accounts. And obviously there are some sim payout warriors that try to get just the payouts, and when they move to a live account, they just blow it because they don't like trading normally. They do very risky stuff. Okay, so prop trader frustrations. So a prop trader frustration is a single firm exposure. Whenever a single firm changes their rules or has an outage, or you have to dispute your payouts, it's not the best, right? I'm guessing anyone that's traded with a prop trading firm has had at least one time where they had to dispute a payout, and that kind of froze their entire week. And you're banking on that money that's coming in, because you spent a lot of money on the evaluations themselves, and you want to get paid for it. And a dispute always sours the relationship. Another issue is shifting rules. So trailing versus end of day drawdown, constraints midstream. So there are some prop trading firms that have changed, and this has happened recently pretty much with all the prop trading firms except for TopStep, I think. They've all changed their rules midstream because they've seen a decrease in revenue and an increase in bad traders, so they had to apply new rules, and it always leaves a sour note on traders, because you're halfway through your evaluation account and then they change the rules on you. They maybe even increase the payout threshold, or they decrease the money that they allow you, and it's never fun. It's never a fun experience. Then we have the payout uncertainty or delays across firms. So there are some firms out there, and Fast Track Trading was the best example of this, where people were not getting paid out, and they actually spent their hard-earned money on purchasing those accounts. And it's not necessarily just the purchasing of the accounts, because that money you end up making back, but you don't get back the time that you spent on the evaluation itself. So when you get these sort of prop trading firms out there, and there's been a lot of prop trading firms recently that have been created, and those prop trading firms, some resist, some don't, and it's never fun when it goes down halfway through an evaluation, or when you're even close to getting a payout. Now there's the platform fragmentation. So your preferred platform isn't supported everywhere. So for example, Apex and TopStep, they kind of cover pretty much every trading platform known to man. But there are some small prop trading firms that are just starting out where they either use just DX feed, or they use just Rhythmic, or they use just Tradeovate. A lot less using just Tradeovate, and you want to be able to access those accounts from your preferred trading platform, because if you started using Bookmap and you can't connect with DX feed to Bookmap, again, I'm not 100% sure about that. It's just annoying having to switch platforms, or having always two platforms open and trading from Bookmap, but every time you put a trade on Bookmap, you have to go inside of the other trading platform and place a trade on that trading platform as well. It's not a fun exercise. Last but not least, there's the security and privacy of web-based trade copiers. The problem with those web-based trade copiers, and at least in my opinion, I'm not sure how many traders actually are of the same opinion as myself, is that they can see your trades and they can copy you themselves. And this is one of the main reasons why we actually went with a Windows-based trade copier, because we don't want to see anyone's trades. We want complete security. And the web-based trade copiers, I really don't think they offer the best security. And for example, if you're a star trader and you're trading across 5 or 10 prop trading firms and you're making money, you might get copied by those trade copiers. They might be either copying into their live account or to other prop trading firms, or maybe to even the same prop trading firm. And also, last but not least, well, actually second last, is there are discount windows on all the prop trading firms, right? Because some prop trading firms do a discount on the first week of the month, some do on the last week of the month, some do halfway through the month, and you want to benefit from those discounts, but you don't want to just keep on the same prop trading firm. So you want to play the field, because you always want to get the cheapest price for your evaluations, right? So this trade copier actually allows you to trade multiple prop trading firms at once, so that way you always benefit on the discount windows. And then the compliance stress, staying within each firm's specific rules, because as I mentioned before, all the rules change, and all the prop trading firms have different rules, slightly different, not necessarily 100% different, but there's different drawdowns, there's different conditions for copying. Some actually even ban you for trading during the news, which is just weird. But why does prop trading still make sense? Well, you get access to capital without using your own capital, which is very important, because, well, you are using your own capital, but it's a lot less than the account size itself. You also have a flexible schedule when you're trading, so you can focus on quality setups versus the all-day grind. They have a diversity of rules, products, and payout calendars across the firms. So some prop trading firms might do bi-weekly payouts, some might do weekly payouts, some might do monthly payouts. And depending on those payouts, maybe the one that does the monthly payout actually has a higher payout cap, so you're able to take much more money per week out of that prop trading firm, when the ones that do the weekly payout caps, they have a lower payout cap, so you're only getting a little bit of money. So you could essentially play the field where, if you have 2 or 3 prop trading firms where one's getting a weekly payout cap and one's getting a monthly payout cap, for example, you'd be able to keep that monthly for just a nice boost at the end of the month, and then everything that's done on the weekly one, you'd be using it as your spending money throughout the month. And then you can also systemize execution, repeat what works across more accounts. And for this, I keep mentioning this. We have a client who has 230 prop trading accounts, and he's trading those accounts from the trade copier itself, and he's multiplying his entire strategy, because he's only got the one strategy. He's multiplying his entire strategy across all 230 accounts. It's insane.
That 230 accounts. What does that cost him a month?
I don't know. I did not ask him. I just saw the 200, because this is one of the first clients when we actually went when we actually went live with the multiple connections. This was one of the first clients that that wanted support on how to set it up and how to get it going. And you know, you get into the support call and you start talking with the guy, and it's like, how many connections are you got set up? Because I saw there were like 15 or 20 connections there. It's like, it's a ridiculous amount of connections. Like, what's with all these? Oh, these are all my trading connections. I'm like, how? And he's like, well, I've got this strategy, and you know, I'm doing this and this and this and this. And then he started going inside of the strategy, and it was actually really interesting. But he was copying across 230 accounts. It was just insane. But with that sort of stuff, like the trade copier can handle that sort of stuff, but there's a big but here. When you try to copy to 230 accounts, or, you know, 200 plus accounts, well, even 20, 30 plus accounts. When you go into 30 plus accounts, it's just, you gotta be patient with it, because there will be some slippage, at least like 2 or 3 ticks, because you can't execute trades on that many accounts instantaneously like you do on like 5 or 10 or 15 accounts. So but he had like this long trading strategy where he was like taking, I don't know, like a 50 point target or something like that. So he was just like, I don't mind a few ticks. I don't even mind a point slippage. It's fine. This does the job. So it was very interesting call. We ended up talking for about an hour and a half, but it was I keep using him as an example because it was fascinating, really, to see the amount of usage that he got out of it.
Right. Wow. It's incredible.
Yeah. Right. So how does the trade copier eliminate frustrations? So we had the single prop firm exposure, the shifting rules, the payout uncertainty, security, discounts. So we reduce single prop firm dependence. We have the multi-prop firm copying from one leader. So we call them leader and follower accounts inside of the trade copier. And you can have one leader, and it doesn't matter what connection your follower accounts come from. So you can have 2 different rhythmic prop trading firms under the same leader. You can have a live rhythmic account like Scott just mentioned. You can have a TradeEvade account as well. You can also have a DX feed account. Now, there's something very, very important to mention here. Different prop trading infrastructures like Rhythmic or TradeEvade or Platform X or DX feed, they have different fills. That's very important. The market data actually moves differently on each, and they fill differently. It's weird. It shouldn't happen because this is futures and it's a regulated regulated market, but it still happens. So there will be different fills and different fill times. So yes, you can copy under the same leader, but you always have to keep an eye out on your positions to make sure that they're matching. The shifting rules. Well, we have risk templates that we've, on the second to last update, we added the risk templates, and you can set global, group, and account level risk template. So what does the risk template do? At the moment, the risk template has a maximum loss for the day and a maximum win for the day, right? So you can put in your profit targets and your maximum loss. So for example, you don't have to rely on the trailing drawdown that the prop trading firm has set up as a maximum loss. Maybe you only want to take half of that a day. And if that happens, then you're just done for the day. You can actually set that up. Now, what I mean by global is inside of the trade copy, you can create multiple account groups. You don't just have to do the one. You can create multiple account groups with multiple leader accounts and multiple follower accounts. So you're able to set a risk template for the global, meaning it applies to all the leaders, it applies to all the groups and all the accounts inside of the groups. You can set it at a group level. So you want group A has maybe, let's just say $250,000 accounts, and you've only got $250,000 accounts, and in group B, you've got $50,000 accounts, right? So inside of group A, you'd set your trailing drawdown to, let's just say $10,000, while in group B, you're setting your trailing drawdown to $1,000, right? So you can attach those to groups or even to specific accounts inside of the group. Then you can get paid by multiple prop firms with the same strategy. Now, this is really cool, and this is why we created the multiple connections. Like I mentioned with the guy earlier, he was getting paid out by multiple prop trading firms because he was using the same strategy, same leader account, multiple follower accounts, and he was just raking in the money from all the prop trading firms that he could get his hands on, because he had a winning strategy. And it also solves the platform gaps, something that I was talking about earlier when I was pointing out this this item, is you can trade Rhythmic and DX feed on any trading platform, really. If you can connect with Tradeovate, so right now with the connection of Tradeovate, as I said, we were able to open up TradingView as well as one of the trading platforms that we support, because you get a Tradeovate connection, you connect that inside of your TradingView platform, then you can connect the Tradeovate into the trade copier, and then you can have any other connections that you want. So you can have like Rhythmic, DX feed, whatever. You can connect those in the trade copier, set them as followers, and any trade that you take on TradingView, that gets mirrored directly into your follower accounts. Now, for the security, we have, as I mentioned, and I'm going to keep mentioning this because this is a point that I really care about, is every trader security. So working for 13 years inside of the trading industry, we've come across all types of people, and the highest question we got from everyone was, who can see my trades? Who can see my trades? Who can see my trades? And that's very important question, because if you have a winning strategy, you don't want someone copying you. You want to keep that strategy to yourself, because you've spent time and money and just sweat equity and just everything to get that trading strategy to work. It can be automated, can be manual. It's still a trading strategy. And you don't want anyone copying you just because you're doing well and they can see that you're doing well. Or you just want the prop trading firm who you actually signed a contract with, that they're going to copy you to copy you. You know, you don't want just some randoms copying you. And this is why we did the local installation only, because nothing gets distributed over the internet unless it's directly through the broker API, which is also secured, obviously. All right, so with the discount windows, again, trading multiple props at once lets you take advantage of everyone's biggest discounts. That's very important. There are some prop trading firms out there that do buy one, get one free. Like, that's a huge thing that you can do. You take advantage of that, and then you can trade those accounts, and then you know, another prop trading firm has a 50% or 80% discount, then you can hop on that as well. It's with this trade copier, you're not actually stuck with the one prop trading firm. And then,
Adrian, are you on are you showing other slides? Because we're still on the frustration slide. I don't know if you're showing other slides.
how to trade eliminate. Yeah, I'm still in the frustration one. The one at the top is actually,
Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
that's coming in.
Okay.
Sorry, can you see my mouse? Is it moving on the screen? No, damn it. Did it change now, Scott?
Yeah, it changed.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do a mini demo of the trade copier. So I'm going to connect the leader with 2 follower firms. I'm going to create a group and attach a risk template, and then place a test order on the leader to the follower so that the followers mirror. So I'm going to have to kill this. No, that's cool. All right, so I'm gonna do a. So Scott, right now is the perfect time to chime in and ask me what you want me to show to everyone.
I mean, I can't even really speak to it. I mean, I set it up the best I could after the meeting with your other guy, forgot his name, who I couldn't even really understand that well. But you know, I just did the base. So just, you know, just show it like you're showing everyone brand new, including me, you know, if that's possible.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to do a deep dive on here?
Yeah, if that's possible.
Okay, cool. We'll do a deep dive then. My presentations are normally ad hoc. I like doing a conversation style of presentation. That's why I was asking you at the start to give me some insight on what you want to do, because different people like seeing different things. And you know, just a standard boilerplate presentation isn't like, I could rehearse the crap out of it and it's going to sound fantastic, but it's really, it's seeing what you need to see that's important.
Right. Yeah, again, this is, you know, the first webinar, so let's just, you know, just wing it and show what you think,
Sure.
and then we'll adjust.
Okay, so I've got a prop shop trader account. I'm just going to connect to this one here. And then I've got a, let's just connect to the PST account. Oh, we'll wait for this to finish connecting. There we go. This one's connected. By the way, if any of the attendees have any questions, we can, are they able to write in the chat? Is that enabled?
Yeah, put it in the GoToMeeting chat, guys, if you got questions as he goes along, instead of, because he's not in the Discord room, obviously, so just throw them in the GoToMeeting questions, please.
Cool. Okay, and I'm just going to do a Apex account. All right, so I'm connected to both of these accounts, and then you can, so let's do a clean startup. Okay, so first of all, I want to create a new group. So I've done the connections. The setting up of the connections is essentially very standard to what, so for example, if you choose Rhythmic, you're going to have the type of connection right here, and then you're going to have the, let's just choose Apex. And then you're going to have the gateways as well. Same thing, username, password, and then you give your connection a specific name. And then you can connect from this screen like you saw me do earlier. Then all you need to do for the most basic functionality is create an account group. So I'm just going to create an account group, and I'm going to give it group name Scott. And I'm going to select the leader account. So let's just select the Adrian 0 leader account. So I'm going to create this as a group. All right, so we've got the group Scott. We're going to enable this group, and inside of the group, I'm just going to throw in all my accounts as followers. All right, you can tell which one's a leader and which ones are the followers because this is the only one that has a check mark next to it. If you want to switch to leader, just click on here. It's going to switch to leader. I'll just keep it to Adrian 0. Okay, so we can see that we have the group Scott. Now, we don't care about those other groups. We've got the group Scott with Adrian 0, right, as the leader account. Okay, so all we need to do is turn on the copy trading, and I need to log into my Rhythmic mobile app and place a trade. And I put Adrian 0 as a as leader because okay, so my Rhythmic mobile app just not showing up. There it is. All right, so Rhythmic choked a little bit. Might be because of the AWS issues that have been going on. Okay, so we're going to place a trade with, I'm going to put in some brackets because I don't like leaving myself open. And it's 1 and add market. Oh, I put the trade on the wrong account. Excuse me for a second. But as you can see, it's pretty much instant with the way the orders show up inside of the trade copier itself. So you can see that we have all the orders have been copied to the follower accounts. We've got all the orders as well copied to the follower accounts and all the entries as well. Now I did a market order. So I'm just going to clear out Adrian 0, and that's going to clear out everything else as well. Okay, that's for the basic functionality. So now we can get very complex with this. We try to keep the basic as simple as possible because some people just want to copy a direct 1-to-1. But let's just say you want to copy a 2-to-1, right? So we go inside of the, well, actually we can do 3-to-1. We go inside of the template configurator. I need to turn this off. And this template configurator is the window where we configure our templates and where we do all these setups for how we want to do the copy. So this is actually, an inverse. This is a 3-to-1. So this is going down 32%. So let's just do a multiple where we do test copy. I'll just create a new one. So we can create a copy method template, and then we don't want to do exact quantity. We want to do a percentage, and we want to do 200%, which is double. We don't care about rounding because we're going up, and then we don't want to map it to inverse instrument. This is all pretty much fine. So I'm just going to change the name of this template to test double. Okay. And this automatically saves. So when we're going to go to the accounts, I'm just going to go into the follower account, and let's just see Adrian 1 here. And we're going to do a test double, and then Adrian 3, we're also going to do a test double. So this is doubling everything up on the account level. You can also set the trading template. You can also set the trading template at a group level right now. All right, so you can put the test double. If you want the entire group to copy double of whatever the leader is doing, you can just set it up directly here. You don't have to go into each individual account. Also, we have a copy method where you can do the test double from the global templates as well. Right, so this global template says any order that comes on any leader account gets doubled into any follower account. And the hierarchy is if you said something inside of the account, this takes precedence. If there's no if there's no template set in the account, like it says use group template, then the one that takes precedence is the group template, which is this one right here. And then if there's nothing set inside of the group template, obviously what takes precedence is the global template. So right now, the default template, which is the one that we have as default, is just an exact copy one-to-one. So that's why I was able to place everything from the get-go just by setting up a group and attaching all the follower accounts, because the default template is just a direct one-to-one copy. Now, if we want to do the two-to-one copy on the other accounts, we can set it up. I've set it up at the account level because I don't want to screw up my Apex accounts. They are just testing, but they're the smallest account types possible, and they get blown very quickly because I'm trading on the ES. All right, so I'm going to go back to my Rhythmic application, and I'm going to place a trade with 2 brackets, and bam. And as you can see, the follower accounts that I've set the double template on have copied on 2, and then 2, and 4 orders. Obviously, this here is not the number of orders. This here is the actual size of the orders themselves. Okay, so I'm on a test build right now, and there we go. All right, that's fine. And it paused for a second. Okay, so let me get out of this trade. And now everything's clean again. So let's just turn this off. Now, when it comes to the risk templates, now this one I won't be able to show you because, well, the trade has to go in one or the other direction, and it normally goes in the wrong direction that I want it to. But let's just set up a risk template. So a risk template is very simple to set up. There we go. And then we'll call it test risk. Okay, and then you can set max daily win or max daily loss. And this is in dollars. So if you want to do $1,000, you can do $1,000. That's did a period there. And you can do $1,000, or you can do $500 for the daily loss. And then you can also enforce this on open trades. So for example, if your open trade P&L hits $1,000 plus, it close that trade out, and it will take you out of the position and disable your account. So this functionality, all it does is disable your individual accounts from trading. So for example, once one of those is hit, it disables your account from trading. Now, the same sort of functionality works with the risk template. You can attach it at the account level, and it's at the follower account level. You can attach it at the group level, and then you can attach it at the global level. Now, last but not least, and this is the most complex part of everything, it's the instrument templates. So with the instrument templates, what you can do is you can assign specific instruments for trading. So for example, if I want to trade on an account, just the ES and the, I don't know, gold contract, I can create this instrument template, and I've assigned the ES and the gold contract. Now, why it gets complex is because you can set specific copy method templates to specific trading instruments. So then the hierarchy for this goes, I'm using the specific instrument template. If I don't have that, I'm using the global copy template. And if, actually, no, sorry. I'm using the specific instrument template If I don't have anything here, I'm using the account template. If I don't have anything here, I'm using the group template. And then if I don't have anything here, that's when I'm using the global template. So it can get very, very specific. And we do have some traders that muck around with this stuff. But these guys want very specific functionality. So for example, what you can do here is you can trade anything double on the test double, you can attach just to the ES. So for example, if you're trading just the gold, it's going to be doing a straight one-to-one copy. But if you're trading the ES on the same account, then you can double the position size. So you can get very, very, very specific. And that's pretty much it for the functionality. Does anyone have any questions on this?
Any questions, guys? Type them in. Go to.
Scott, do you have any questions on this?
No, I mean it's pretty in depth. I mean, it's not in depth, but it's just like all the different options.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
So I'll have to watch the webinar again. But yeah, I mean, I like the function of the ratios, which I'm going to be using as well. I'm trying to think. What other functions do you think, like, I mean, I know you don't look at other trade copying firms, but like what do you think like sets you apart from others, even though you don't really watch them? Like,
okay, so I can tell you, so this is what we've done. I know for a fact that instrument assignment for trading is one of the basic functionalities that all the trade copiers have. The multiple connections, there's no Windows trade copier from knowledge. There's no Windows trade copier based that actually copies for multiple prop trading firms at once, or multiple connections at once. Most of them are web-based and they're all subscription-based. Ours is a lifetime license. You buy it, you own it for life, period. There is, we have about a 2-year upgrade roadmap that we're going to be working on. So what you see in the risk template right now is very, very minimal. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding a whole bunch of other features like maximum number of winning trades, maximum number of losing trades, maximum trades per day. So for example, if you wanted, there's so many ways to trade, right? And we're trying to cover that as much as possible. We're going to be adding a news functionality where you actually either get taken out of your position before the news, or you get alerted before a news event comes in. Like I mentioned earlier, some prop trading firms don't like you trading during the news, right? So you might want to close that position down before that. So that's going to be another functionality that we're going to be adding.
I like that. When does that come out?
That's going to be before the end of the year, because that's going to go hand in hand with
just basically you'd read like the numbers for the day, and then whatever you set for the time period before that number, it just automatically liquidates you or cancels working orders.
Exactly. You can have multiple things. The way we've thought about this, because when you do a roadmap, you actually think about what you need to implement. The way we thought about this is you can have either cancel all your orders, get notified, cancel all orders, cancel and flatten, or and enforce no trading. That's another thing. So we can enforce no copying on the follower accounts. We can't actually do anything about the leader account, but we can enforce no copying on the follower accounts. That's going to be something that's going to work here. And this is going to go hand in hand with the scheduling template as well. So, for example, some people don't want to trade. They want to trade from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Let me interrupt you real quick. So you won't be able to do anything with the leader account?
Unfortunately, no. We can't stop the orders going in on the leader account because we're reading the order updates coming from the broker account, right? So
but you can
orders already
cancel
set.
the orders, right?
Well, yes, that's if you're using limit orders. If you're using market orders, there's really not much we can do about that.
Right, yeah. But I'm saying
the market order gets processed. But yeah, we can cancel those orders.
okay.
Actually, that's a good idea. I never thought about that. All
Yeah,
right,
because
thank you.
if I can cancel all orders through the platform, like, you know, at the end of the day, I make sure all orders are canceled through your platform. You should be able to cancel them in a number for the lead account too, right?
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't control people put on market orders, obviously, but
Yeah, because that's what I was trying to get at. When I say the entry, I normally mean market orders, and you know, if an order comes in, we're reading everything after the fact, so the order's already live. So if it's a limit order or a stop order, that's fine because it comes in and within a second it's all cancelled out, right? Because we can send cancel. But if it's a market order, that's already coming in as filled. Like anything that comes prior to that, because there's like, you know, submitted and pending and blah blah blah, but that it takes like 10 milliseconds for it to fill. It's insanely fast and there's nothing we can do about it.
right.
Yeah.
I have one question here. Can you ask if we need to pay for a second Rhythmic login needed to use the program?
Yes. Okay. So this is something I keep forgetting. So the base trade copier comes with one connection and one account group by default, right? And now you can purchase additional. I've got 100 because this is my test account, but you can purchase additional connections and additional account groups. I don't know what the hell happened here. Again, this is my test platform. I normally don't do this with my test platform, but this is all screwed up. Yeah, so it's $47 for one additional connection. It's $127 for for 3 additional connections. For 5, it's $187 and so on. And you can get additional.
This is what confuses me. Like go through this. So what are we paying? What are the additions? What are we paying for here?
Okay, so what most of our clients do is they get the trade copier, they trade only one connection. What does one connection mean? It's either Apex or Top Step or, I don't know, Prop Shop Trader. So they're only trading the one prop trading firm.
Unlimited accounts for that connection.
Yes, of course. Well,
okay.
The only limitation for the number of accounts actually comes from the prop trading firm itself, right? We don't care about the accounts. It's the number of connections themselves that we care about, right? And right now, with the base product, you get one connection, and the account groups are 1 leader and multiple followers. So if you want to have multiple account groups, you're going to need to purchase the ability to do that, which is if you want to get a second, if you want to trade. And normally people use this for when they trade multiple strategies at once. About 80% of traders don't use a second account group, because they don't need to. They only have the one strategy. They only have the 1 leader account in the 1 follower. They don't need additional account groups. So that's you're purchasing the ability to connect 2 Rhythmic connections, right, at the same time simultaneously, or 3 Rhythmic, or 2 Rhythmic and a trade of 8. They're not bespoke, so it's not a Rhythmic connection that you're purchasing. You're just purchasing the ability to connect a second simultaneous connection. It doesn't matter what it's from. It doesn't matter what prop trading firm it's from or what type of connection it is. It's just you're purchasing the ability to add a second connection.
Okay, and the person was asking, he meant paying for a second Rhythmic login. He meant from his broker. So Apex is an extra $30 a month. Does he have to pay for another?
Oh, no. Okay. So I see what you mean now. All right. So you don't need to do that, because what you're doing with Apex is you're actually purchasing the ability to have a market data connection, an additional market data connection. You do not need a market data connection with us. We connect specifically for trading, so we don't have any market data. So essentially, you can be connected to your trading platform and to the trade copier at the same time. It doesn't matter with what account, and you won't get kicked out for maximum concurrent connections. So the concurrent connections are really just for market data itself. that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. That makes sense. Doing that. Yeah, he said yes. Thanks. So the other question I have is, could the trading firms or the prop firms or even the brokerage firms, could they tell if you're using a copier?
Yes. When you connect to any API, you have to send them an app name, an application name. Ours is the ETP trade copier. It's not, we haven't had any issues with any of our clients using the trade copier. So they haven't been denied because they were using the trade copier. The only thing that most prop trading firms really care about, and this is very important, is you can't have two different connections. So like you can't have yourself and your wife's connection or your daughter's connection or a friend's connection to the same prop trading firm on the same computer, because they will see that that's actually against their rules. So, and this is for most prop trading firms, and they will ban you or remove payouts just because of that.
Okay. Okay. And no other questions right now.
Okay, cool. Well, we've already gone long enough. I think it's 54 minutes. So I'm just going to skip through all of these and get directly into the offer. So the offer is we normally offer a 197 lifetime. So everything is lifetime, even the connections that you saw earlier. So in here, even the connections that you saw, you purchase it once, that's it, you're done. You don't have to purchase it. Once you purchase it, you have the ability to connect two connections for the rest of your life. It's not a subscription. There's no subscription base. There's no nothing here. It's all lifetime payments. I really have to specify this. The base price is $197 for a trade copier, and we're doing a 25% off. So the sale price is $147, and the promo code is Scott Pulcini Trader 25, and the link is here as well. I'm gonna have to try to post it in, and that's not ideal.
I will tell you that again, I've looked at very few trading copiers, but I haven't seen any. They're mostly monthly subscription based, so that's an advantage right there that I think traders are going to like.
And that's something that I don't like subscriptions. I really hate it. Like even TV now is a subscription. I know I sound old. I'm not really that old, but I really hate subscriptions. It's just annoying. So I'm just going to post this in the chat. So this is the link and this is the promo code. Am I posting to everyone or am I posting just to the panelists?
Let me see.
Oh no, organizers and panelists only. I told you I don't know. Send questions to staff. Scott, okay, so I'm not able to post to everyone inside of the chat for some reason. Oh well.
You know what? Post that in the Discord where we're talking between you and I,
okay.
and I'll just copy it into my room.
Sure, perfect. I'll do that now.
And while you're doing that, Nick from my room has got a question. And hold on, I just got lost it. Can you ask what is the timeline to add Project X to their platform?
Okay, so Project X, this is actually the very next connection that we're working on. We want to get this in as quickly as possible because that's going to give us coverage. Oh, Jesus Christ, why is this always an image? There we go. I'll just do it that way, much better. Okay, so we're trying to get this as quickly as possible to market, because this would essentially cover everything for futures. So this is going to be in the next update. The previous update to this, which was launched earlier this week or last week, forget, we basically reworked the engine because once we added Tradeovate, it just created a whole bunch of mess there, and we fixed it, and everything in the engine is now working as close to 100% as we've ever had it So there's no more missed orders. We had to create retry mechanisms. It was interesting to say the least. But the funniest thing is that only about 10% of traders were actually having issues. But the ones that were having issues, they were like the super users, so they beat the crap out of it. So obviously we want to get it working for the super users as well as everyone else.
Okay, I got a couple more questions here. Is there a Mac OS option? Do I need an emulator program to run it?
There's no Mac OS option, and we looked into that. And the problem with porting it over to Mac OS, this is a C# code, and it doesn't port well to Mac OS. And we actually have to build a native application. And since we don't have any Mac OS programmers in the company, we've kind of been putting that off for a long time. And we're probably gonna be putting it off for at least another year or so. So you're gonna need an emulator. Sorry, long way to get to an answer.
Okay, and then he said, I also purchased last week and I still get the discount.
Did you purchase full price?
Dave, did you purchase full price? Yes.
All right. Send me, hit me up. Are you in our Discord group?
Yeah, send me that too. Send me the link to that, and then send me the links to the discount stuff, and I'll post that stuff in my room now so people don't.
I already put the links to the discount stuff. They should.
We gotta come up with a better way to communicate too, because unless I click on you, like I gotta go. I mean, maybe if you tag me, I don't know if that works through your guys, but
we could probably DM you. Let's just do it and open up a direct message.
Yeah, that works easy because I don't see the stuff for days sometimes if I don't go over to your.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, let me post this.
Invite to server view full profile. On message, there we go. All right. All right, so I send you a direct message. I think you have to accept it the very first time or something, and then you'd be able to see.
Yeah, all right, I accepted it.
And then I got to find the Discord link somewhere. And yeah, if you're on Discord, so look, again, long story short, I do tend to talk a lot. If you are on Discord, hit me up, open up a ticket, and I'll and we'll talk about it. Okay.
You got that, Dave? Hold on, let me. I'll put the link here for the Discord room. You said I did get it running using Wine. Seems to work well.
Okay.
Wine, or that's the name of a that's the name of a platform. I don't know anything about it. I hate Apple. I never use Apple products. So it's like, I don't know anything about it.
It's not my favorite either.
Okay, I posted all that. And then Dune Runner put a question in that. If you can, do you see the questions?
No, I'm not seeing the questions. That's the thing.
That's weird.
I'm only seeing the organizers and panelists, organizers only, or yourself, or settings to staff. So I think it's I'm kind of when it comes to the chat, I'm kind of like a follower, not an organizer.
All right, he put in where's this question? Something about bracket orders. I think I deleted it. Did you delete that, Dune Runner? I thought I saw something. You're asking about bracket orders or something. It wasn't working or something.
So the bracket orders, we do copy the bracket orders, but we don't copy the OCO part of the bracket orders. So if you do shut down the trade copier, or anything that happens inside of the leader account. So if the leader account either hits a stop or a target, the opposing order won't get cancelled on the follower accounts because we haven't copied the OCR over. Because since we're going on so many different what's it called, APIs and different different brokers, not all of them have the OCO functionality. So we kind of had to take that out.
Okay.
And we mimic that internally, but it's not copied 100%. If the trade copier is shut down, obviously.
Right.
By the way, this is always my favorite part of the webinar where we do questions and answers. This is where I shine.
To the room.
Sorry?
I'll just give you access to the Discord next time so you can see the questions
Okay.
direct. I don't know why you can't see them on this. Oh, Dan H said it. That was me. That explains it. I didn't see her. Oh, here it is. Dan H. I entered a question on moving. He put it in there. I can't even see it because it's such a small. Can't see it. But anyway, he said I entered the question on moving trailing profit or stop loss points after bracket order was filled. It looked like the follower accounts weren't working when I was using the test account.
Okay. It should move the orders. This all depends really. So this is how the flow works. So an order movement comes in on an order update comes in on the leader account. Then we have to mirror that price on the follower accounts. Now, if you're moving your order very close to market price, some brokers might reject it because it's way too close to market price. So for example, stop orders get rejected. Limit orders get moved and filled instantly, that's fine, but stop orders normally get rejected when they're too close to market. So there's always a slight delay, and that slight delay might cause the orders to be rejected and flip back to to their original positions. So that might be an issue why that would be coming up.
He said he answered it. It was no CO bracket. So I guess you answered it already.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. Any other questions, guys? I don't see any other questions here. Okay. Anything else, Adrian, you want to cover?
No, I just want to thank everyone for being here. It was a pleasure presenting to you guys. As I said, I like the question and answers. These were very good questions that we went through. It's always a pleasure to meet people and to talk to people. And yeah, I hope you guys use the trade copier and
You have like a YouTube series, like videos or anything?
Yes, yes. So we have videos on everything. So let me just get my billion tabs up. And I'll move this over. I need to find, there it is. So we do have a YouTube channel, and you don't need to see the statistics, but we have videos on absolutely everything that we've done. And we tried to keep them as short as possible, and we also tried to to duplicate them in multiple languages, but apparently YouTube now has the automatic duplication in other languages, so we don't need to bother with this anymore, which is fantastic. But yeah, we have short videos, like see, this is 1 minute, 3 minutes 53, 3 minutes 44, with the updates, fixes, and all that sort of stuff. We have playlists where you have the full playlist, and then you've got the V5 upgrade, which is Tradeovate and the risk template, and obviously multiple other languages. And where is it? And we've got the 4.1, 4.0, 4.3, and so on and so forth. So every time we do an update, we create a new mini series if needed, if we change anything inside of the UI. We also have a written documentation for the website. Let me just go here, and then inside of the website, it's experttradingprogrammers.com. And then we go into the Trade Copier Help Guide. Or we also have an FAQ section as well. And inside of this help guide, you have internal user interface documents, and then we've got the tabs. And then you have the connections tab, you've got the accounts tab, essentially going through all the little things that you can do. And the most important one is really the templates tab, because this kind of contains all the things that I was talking about that are really complex. We do have written documentation here as well. Yeah, and we also have frequently asked questions, so like general NinjaTrader add-on, connections and startup, Tradeovate connection, trading templates, and then billing and payments as well. So if you have any questions, you can refer to the FAQ section. If you can't find it in there, just hit us up on Discord and Rajesh will help you out. He's very good. His spoken English isn't the best, but it's his written English is fantastic.
That's good.
He's a great guy. He really is a great guy.
No, he was helpful. I mean, once I talked to him a little bit, I can understand him a little better. It just was hard.
Yeah, exactly. It takes some getting used to, but like once you get used to it, it actually, you'd be surprised how quickly you'd understand him. So yeah, he's fantastic. Yeah. All right, guys. So always a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. And I hope to see you guys soon.
Cool. I appreciate it, Adrian. And we'll do another one of these in the next week or two. I'm going to post this to my YouTube channel as well, if you're okay with it, as far as this.
Yeah, that's fine. If you can share if you can share this with the recording with me as well, we like doing shorts and posting to our YouTube channel as well. So
yep,
yeah,
absolutely.
Cool. Thanks so much, guys.
Cool. I'll see you later. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.